The global anti-aging market is projected to hit 120 billion by 2030, built almost entirely off women's insecurities. Honestly, I've spent more trying to smooth my forehead than I did furnishing my living room. We've been taught that aging is a flaw, that a wrinkle means that we failed. But what if aging isn't the problem? What if the industry is? Because the truth is, anti-aging products aren't saving us. They're selling our fear back to us for a profit. I'm Heather. I've got a background in finance and chemistry, and even with all that knowledge, I've still stood in boots at 8 p.m. comparing youth serums like my life depended on it. And more importantly, I'm a woman who's sick of being sold solutions to problems we didn't invent. I've spent years watching women pour money into products that promise youth, but quietly drain their financial power. This video isn't about shaming your skincare routine. It's a wake-up call. Because the more you understand about what we're really being sold, the more freedom we get to choose something better. We're told that anti-aging is self-care, that investing in serums, eye creams, and treatments is empowering, that if we just find the right product, we can somehow freeze time, or better yet, reverse it. But here's the truth. Anti-aging isn't self-care. It's survival mode in a system that profits off our fear of becoming invisible. From the moment we hit 30, sometimes even earlier, we're sold the idea that every wrinkle is a problem to fix, every fine line is a threat, and every product that promises youthful, glowing skin is marketed like a lifeline. But it's not. It's a business model, a multi-billion-dollar industry that only thrives if we feel defective. And who profits? Not women, not you, not the mums cutting back on groceries to afford the next miracle cream, not the women putting anti-aging moisturizer on credit cards. No, the real winners are CEOs, shareholders, and marketing executives who've learned how to bottle shame and brand it as luxury. They've sold us the false promise that youth equals worth, that we'll be treated better if we just look younger, that beauty is currency and aging is debt. But what they're really selling is fear, insecurity, and obedience. And they're charging women more and more for it every single year. Here's what they don't want you to see. The anti-aging industry doesn't just sell products, it sells problems. It manufactures fear, offers a solution, then moves the finish line every time you catch up. That wrinkle cream is not meant to fix anything. It's meant to keep you coming back. That £90 serum wasn't designed to make you feel good. It was designed to make you feel not quite enough. Because if you ever actually felt satisfied with your face, you'd stop buying. And that would just break the system. This isn't self-care. It's strategic dependence. A business model that relies on lifelong customers, not one-time results. A 2015 report by New York City's Department of Consumer Affairs found that women pay 13% more than men for nearly identical personal care products. The same ingredients, the same function, just in pink packaging with anti-aging stamped on the front, and a bigger price tag. Author Naomi Wolf said in The Beauty Myth, the more legal and material hindrances women have broken through, the more strictly and heavily cruel images of female beauty have come to weigh upon us. In other words, we've gained rights, but we've been handed new insecurities. Because insecure women don't rebel, they comply, they buy, they blame themselves. And that's the engine of this whole machine. Keep women ashamed, keep them spending, and keep them too distracted to question anything. So let's get into the science of anti-aging creams, because most anti-aging creams don't do what they promise. And the ones that do make a difference, they're not magic. They're basic, inexpensive ingredients dressed up in fancy packaging. Think of it like bottled tap water. It might come in a crystal glass and promise hydration technology, but it's still water. Retinol is retinol, no matter how expensive the jar. Here's what actually has scientific backing. Retinoids, like retinol or tretinoin. These are vitamin A derivatives and are the most scientifically backed ingredient for reducing wrinkles in over-the-counter skincare and prescription products like tretinoin. They work by boosting collagen production, speeding up skin turnover and strengthening elasticity, but only after 3 to 6 months of consistent use. They can irritate the skin and don't erase wrinkles. They just soften them a bit. They're relatively inexpensive in their raw form, yet luxury brands repackage them for huge markups. Sunscreen. UV damage is responsible for roughly 90% of visible aging. Regular SPF use prevents collagen breakdown and DNA damage in skin cells. The only truly proven anti-aging defense, but it's not glamorous. So brands bury the fact and push fancy night creams instead. So what doesn't actually do much? Well, collagen creams. Collagen is too large a molecule to penetrate the skin. Rubbing it on your face doesn't restore anything. It just sits on the surface. But because the word collagen sounds scientific and youthful, it's used to sell 50 quid moisturizers with zero meaningful results. Anti-aging peptides, gold flakes, and stem cells. These are mostly marketing gimmicks. The science is shaky, the results minimal, and the price is absurd. Complexity sells. Layers of ingredients, exclusive packaging, and aspirational branding create a sense that more means better and keeps you buying. But the real science is simple. Use sunscreen, moderate retinoids, and build a healthy lifestyle. But that doesn't sell a 150 quid jar every month. What looks like innovation is often just smoke and mirrors. Underneath is a game of dependency. Products that are built to be needed again and again. Shame. Every line labelled problematic. And profit. Giants riding on layers of fear and marketing. When you understand the science, it becomes painfully obvious. And that's when the power shifts back to you. Let's talk about what this actually steals from women. Because it's not just the money, though the numbers are shocking. It's time, energy, and confidence. It's the mental load of trying to fix something that was never broken. I once spoke to a woman who was trying to rebuild her life after divorce. She had 2 kids, a full-time job, and a spreadsheet where every pound had to stretch. But she was still spending 120 quid a month on anti-aging products because deep down she believed if she looked young enough, she'd seem more in control, more worthy, and less disposable. She didn't even like the creams, but she was terrified to stop because what if she started to look tired or past it? What if people treated her differently at work? What if her ex saw her at the school gates and thought, thank God I left? This is the cost no one talks about. The quiet fear that aging makes you irrelevant. The unspoken pressure to buy back visibility. And the deep injustice of spending money that you don't have to fit a version of womanhood you didn't choose. You're doing mental gymnastics justifying 120 quid creams while skipping lunch to pay for them. At this point, anti-aging might just be aging me faster than the sun. And the cruelest part, the goalposts keep moving. So even when you're doing everything right, it's still never enough. It's not even just skincare. It's the entire model. The beauty, wellness, and weight loss industries all run off the same fuel. Create fear, offer a solution, then make sure that solution never actually satisfies you. It's not a flaw in the system. It is the system. I'm not saying that you have to go and throw out every product in your bathroom, but you do deserve to stop spending your hard-earned money on fear. You can love skincare and call out the manipulation. You can care about your face without selling your soul to it. Both can be true. And when they are, you get your power back. So next time you're about to buy an anti-aging product, pause and ask, is this making me feel empowered or dependent? Am I spending to care for myself or to silence that fear that was planted in me on purpose? That pause, those questions, that's power. Because opting out isn't about doing nothing. It's about choosing something better. Choosing a moisturizer that works, not one that manipulates. Wearing SPF because you respect your skin, not because you're ashamed of it. Letting a line appear and seeing it as a sign of life, not failure. And most importantly, reclaiming your money for things that actually matter to you. The system counts on us staying afraid and spending quietly. But when we start asking better questions, we stop being easy customers. And that's when everything starts to change because it relies on you not noticing. But once you do, it loses its grip. You don't need to opt out perfectly. You just need to start choosing you. Keep questioning, keep building wealth on your terms. You've got this. And if you want a skincare routine that respects your skin and your bank balance, grab my free skincare routine below. It's in the description.